Hi everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something that has been requested quite a lot, and that is personalized chocolate wrappers. So I'm going to try and cover a treat bag or a chip packet as well. Obviously, if there's enough time, I have set both of them up and I'm going to run through them with you. So you would say new project. I'm going to go into my stuff so that we can have a look at what is happening here. So we're going to customize this. Okay, so this is the one that I am doing, and I'm going to show you how to set this up. So the first thing we're going to do is insert shapes. So I've got squares here. So my first one is going to be, we're going to unlock them, and it's going to be 10.55 by 1.68. Our next one, we're also going to unlock it. That one is going to be 10.55 by 3.47. Our next one is going to be 10.55. We're going to unlock that by 7.25. And then our next one, unlock, is going to be 1.06 by 17.66. And our last one is going to be also unlocked 12.8 by 17.66. Okay, so I have turned my wrapper this way so that I can see what's going on. So the original design is actually long ways. So this one will go on the side. Let's change this to white so it's easier for us to see. So we're going to have one of these on each side. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to put that one on this side. And this one, you're going to select them and you're going to say align right and align top. And this one, you're going to say align left and align top. Okay, then we get to fill in. So this is going to be over here. And we're going to duplicate that. That's going to go at the bottom as well. This one is going to be next. And we're going to duplicate that one. That's going to go there. And then the last one will be in the center. So we're going to select all of these in the middle and we're going to say align center horizontally. We're going to double check this one, make sure that we are good there. And we're going to just try to line these up a little bit better. Oopsie, Control Z. Okay, we're going to align our ones again in the middle, align center horizontally. Okay, so that is our basic layout that we're going to use. So one of the things that I noticed about the paper that I'm using, because I'm using it with a laser printer and it's not actually for a laser printer, if I score it, let's undo that because I did move it a little bit. If I score over the color, it's actually going to take the color off. So you may notice that in today's video, I would suggest obviously having the paper that is recommended for your printer. You're going to get the best results with it. So because I am going to be doing the score lines on the edges to sort of replicate the crimper, which I don't have, I'm going to leave that as white. So we're going to change, we're going to find it, this one is going to be white. And and that one's going to be white as well. So that's just so that where it's doing a lot of scoring, it's not going to rip the color off basically. So the next thing we're going to need in the shapes is a line, and here by our rotate we're going to type in 90, and our line is going to be 10.55. And we're going to need quite a few of those, so let's put it in place. Let's duplicate that. Duplicate that. Duplicate that. And you can see I'm putting it into the little spaces. So it's fine if it's not 100% centered. We will rectify whatever we have to. So this one can go up slightly. Okay, so there's our basic template. So what we can do for now is we can attach this, and we're going to rotate this 90 as well. That's just going to make it easier for us to work. So now we want to add in another line. We're going to rotate that 90, and we're going to make this one 17.66. We're going to duplicate that. Duplicate again, and duplicate again. No, we actually only did 3 for this one. So we're going to select all of those. We're going to say align center horizontally, and we're going to say distribute vertically. Then we're going to put these over there. Oopsie, so let's attach those, and let's bring it down slightly. We're going to then duplicate these, and that's going to be, oops, and this is going to be for the bottom. There we are. So now you have all of your score lines, you have everything ready. So now what we're going to do is we're going to detach all of this. So let's find where we need to be, this one. So we want to detach that, and the only reason we want to detach that is because we want to work with the square at the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our square to print then cut, and this is going to allow us to change it to have a pattern fill. So we're going to choose a pattern that we want. So what I did is I selected filter, I selected red, and as you can see, we have some stuff that's come up. So you can choose anything that you want. We do have a lot of Christmas things going on now, obviously because it's Christmas time. So this is the one that I went with. So now that we've got that, we're going to add in our text. And I went with, I think it's DTC Cozy or BFC Cozy. It was something cozy. So let's type in cozy. Nope. C-O-Z-Y. Yes, that is the one I went with. And I said Merry Christmas. So we're going to make that smaller so that it fits into our centerpiece, which is going to be the front of our chocolate. So just to clarify, the one that I'm doing is a 4-finger Kit Kat. You can obviously adjust this to whatever size you want it to be. Make it a bit smaller because we're going to add our offset to that. So then I did an offset of 0.1, apply, offset, 0.1, apply. And then I did the same for the picture. So obviously I changed my colors, I did whatever I had to do. So we're not going to replicate all of that. You can basically see what I've done. So now what we need to do is we need to select all of our print items, so not your score lines. And we want to flatten those. So now you can see everything's flattened together, and then we've got a whole bunch of score lines. So we're going to send this to the back, and then what we want to do, and this is a very important step for print and cut, is we actually want to add an offset. So your offset needs to be super tiny, 0.001. We're going to apply that, and as you can see, so let's bring that to the front so that you can see, there's parts that you can actually see through. So what we're going to do is we're going to send to the back again. How do I do that? Here we are. We want to send that to the back. We're going to change it to white. We want to change it to basic cut. So changing it to basic cut is going to give us the ability to contour it. We're going to contour it, and we're going to say hide all contours. So all we have left is our square. We want to change our color to white, change it back to print and cut, and then we want to select our original print and cut and our one we've just created, the white one, and we want to flatten that. We're then going to send that to the back. We're going to select everything, and we're going to say attach. And just like that, super simple, we're ready to go. So I've already got mine set up, and that's the one we're going to work on. Remember, this is for a 4-finger Kit Kat. You will need to amend your sizing for different chocolates. So obviously you are going to get more prints the smaller the chocolate is. So if you go with a 2-finger Kit Kat, you're going to get a lot more prints out of a page. Right now, this one, I can get 1 print per page. I guess I could make it a little bit smaller. So we're going to see how tight it is on our Kit Kat when we wrap it. And then we'll know if we can go smaller or not. So if you do want to go smaller, you would do it at this point. You could just drag it smaller, and that way everything is changing together. So what I'll also do is I will make these templates available on my Design Space profile. I will put the link in the comments. So if you don't want to set everything up yourself, you can actually just use one of my templates and do it that way. So that is our Kit Kat wrapper. Now we're going to move on to our treat wrapper. So for our treat wrapper, we're now going to say home, and if you can see, it's taken us here. So we're going to customize this. We're going to say replace. Okay, so for this one, we are going to again add in our shapes, which is going to be 4 boxes. I just put in 5, but that's fine. So we're going to unlock our shape, and oopsie, this one's going to be 9.365 by 12.634. Our next one, we're going to unlock that. That is going to be 6.02 by 12.63. Our next one, we're going to unlock that, is also going to be 6.02 by 12.63. Okay, and our next one is going to be 21 by 21. So let's unlock this one. This is going to be 21.421. 21.421 by 1.92. And then here we're going to have our overall size, which is 21.421 by 16.5. Okay, so let's make this a bit smaller. Okay, so this big one is going to be our template. We're going to change that to white. This one is going to go here. This one is going to go here. And that one is going to go here. So these we want to, oopsie, let's go here. We want to align center vertically. This middle one we want to align center horizontally. Okay, and then this is going to go on top. So we're going to duplicate that. These we want to, so we actually want to select, we want to select these ones and we want to say align center horizontally. This one we want it to align on the end. Oopsie. Okay, now we are going to add in some score lines. So again, we add in our shape line. We don't have to rotate that, so let's move that. So this one we want it to be 12.634. And we're going to stick that there. And we want to duplicate that. And we're going to stick that there. So we're going to delete these because we've created our little template. And then it's up to you if you want to keep these as white or if you want them to be the same color as your packet. So if you want them to be the same color as the packet, you're not going to have the little crimping lines, then you don't have to have these top and bottom pieces in. So again, you're going to do the same thing with your score lines. You're going to add in a score line of 21.422. So this is if you don't have a crimper. If you have a crimper, you're going to work with that. Rotate is going to be 90. So if you have a crimper, you're going to work with that instead, and it's just going to be a lot easier. But if you don't have one, or if you don't want to use it, you can do it this way, where you use the score lines, 21.421. So again, duplicate that as many times as you want, so as many little crimp lines as you want. And these you would align center horizontally and then distribute vertically. That's going to give you your spacing basically. You would then stick those in and you're ready to go. So obviously you're going to do it on both sides, not just the one side. So again, you're going to follow the exact same process here. You're going to change this to print then cut. You're going to change your print type to pattern, and you're going to look for a pattern that you like. So that was the one that I liked. That's the one that I went with. So your wording and your little picture is going to be the exact same process. What you're going to do for your nutritional facts is you can actually search in Design Space, nutritional facts. You're going to search for that. And they actually have a whole bunch here. So remember, where you see this light blue writing, that means you can actually just double click on it and you can change it. So let's take this one for instance, which is the one that I used. So with this one, I got rid of the mom because I didn't want it to say mom. I got rid of the hearts. I resized this obviously. And then I actually added in a square because you don't want it to just kind of be sitting there. You want it to look like it is a sticker, I guess. So we're going to say send backwards. I changed that to white. I did make it a bit bigger. And obviously once I was done changing, so you can you can select all of this, and you can say align center horizontally, align center vertically, and then I flatten that. And that's how it turned out. So what you would do again, this is very important, once you've added in your wording, your gnome, whatever else you want to put into it, you would, see, wrong one, so we want that one and we want that one. We're going to flatten that. Now this is the important part. Let's send this to the back. We've got to flatten our white part onto it. So we select those, we say flatten, send to back. Now this part is super important. You're going to say offset 0.001. You're going to apply that. And can you see what's happened? We're going to change this to, sorry, not guard, to basic cut. And we're going to contour that. We're then going to say hide all contours. We only want that solid one. We're going to change that to white. Change it to print and cut. And we're going to flatten that. We're then going to send that to the back. We're going to select our score lines and we're going to attach. So just like that, super simple. Again, you can resize this when everything's done, or you can actually measure your stuff. So the way that I would measure it is actually take my tape measure and wrap it around the item, give a little bit of allowance on each side so that you can actually fit it in nicely, and work it out like that. So I think once you've got these basic guidelines, it becomes a lot easier to personalize different kinds of things. I mean, it doesn't have to just be mini chocolates or packets of chips. It could be pretty much anything that you want to repackage. So we're going to print this, we're going to cut it, and then we're going to put it together so that you can see just how easy it is. I did get some help from friends on the Kit Kat wrapper. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that came forward and gave me the sizings. I didn't have a Kit Kat at the time, so it was very difficult for me to try and figure out the sizing. Yeah, I mean, you don't have the product in your hand. It's pretty impossible to measure it. So thank you so much to everybody that reached out with sizings and tried to assist me with that. I am super appreciative of you all. Yeah, mad love for you. Okay, so we have printed our items and we've cut them. So I hope you're going to be able to see this on the video. I've actually used a double scoring wheel, so I've got a lot more sort of crimping lines. Can you see that? So I've actually only got 3 lines on here, but because it's a double scoring wheel, it's given me six lines, which is absolutely great. I have no issues with that. So we just want to give it a gentle fold along our scoring lines, and yes, I say gentle. And then here we want to do the same thing, gentle fold, gentle fold. So this one we're going to put together like so. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to have, so I got this tape from Craft Buddies, this double-sided tape. It's really awesome because it's super strong. Is it this one? Do I have, yes I do. Look how strong this tape is, like, you can't even tear that. So so you do need scissors for it, but it's really sticky and it's super strong, which I really like. Okay, now it's stuck to me. So what we want to do is we do just want to, oopsie, take a little piecey like so, and we're just going to cut that in half because we don't want it to be too thick. There we are. So we're going to want this here, right on the bottom. Oops, you can see I've got a little bit of that stuck over. Okay, we want to do the same on the top. And then we want to do the same on one of the sides. Okay, so you can see I've cut it, and then I'm going to just stick it back because we're going to use the thin one for the next one. So let's just make sure, yes, we want it on this side. So straight edge. No, that was the straight edge, silly Billy. Like so. Okay. So for this, I'm hoping our knickknacks will fit. Let's just see if it will. Will it, will it, will it? It will just fit. It will just fit. Oh no. So I did a lot of these designs without having the actual packet. If you see that it doesn't fit, you can just increase your size ever so slightly. So we do need to take all of these off. Like so. Okay, turn it so we can see. Oops, that was not straight. That was not straight. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It'll all be fine. And we want to stick it together here, like so. And then we want to do the same thing here. So we do want it as straight as possible. Don't be like me and be overzealous. Like so. Like so. How cute is that? So I did make mine go skew, so I'm just gonna give it a quick trim. So no one even knows except for everybody that's watching. Like so. And there you have it. There it is. Nutritional facts, festive cheer, care, friendship, kindness, well wishes, and love. How awesome is that? So we have our chip packet done. Now we're going to do our Kit Kat wrapper. I don't know if this was actually, or this is suitable for a 4-finger, but we're going to roll with the punches. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to cut this in half. Is it? No, we just want that much on the bottom. Okay, we're going to stick this back here for now while we cut this in half. And I know a lot of people did have issues with their chip packets popping open. I don't think this one's going to. This double-sided tape is pretty solid. It is pretty solid. So on this one, we didn't put anything on the outside. It doesn't really matter too much where we kind of put it. So let's trim this. Trim there. And these we want to put that there and put that there. And then we're going to get our Kit Kat. So you want to fold these little things inside like so. Okay, fold that. We want to, so remember, we want to take all of our double-sided tapes off. Okay, fold that in, fold this one in nice and tight, like so. And then we're going to want to close this up, like so. Oopsie. There we are. And on this side, there we are. Look at that. Oh, these are awesome. I am absolutely in love. And how simple was that? That was super, super simple. So we have a 4-finger Kit Kat here, and we have a packet of chips here. So I cannot wait to see everybody's chip packets and treat packets. I really hope that you're going to try this. Like I said, I got so many requests to do these videos, and I'm so glad that I finally got around to it. I really, really hope that it helps you. I will make my templates public. If you don't want to go through the whole process yourself, you can just decorate it how you want to. Print, cut, stick together. Super, super simple. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope that you learned something today.